friends, my name is Miss Jennifer and I am coming to you from the Don Harrington Discovery Center to talk about solar eclipses. Now, who here knows what a solar eclipse is? Raise your hand. Awesome. If you don't, that's totally fine. We're going to be talking about them today. Now, for a solar eclipse to happen, we need three things. We need the sun, the moon, and the earth. Now let's talk about the sun. The sun is super cool because it is the source of all life on Earth. It gives us warmth, it gives us food through energy. It's super duper cool and it gives us light. Now our moon here, our moon actually gives us gravitational pull and tidal waves, which I think is pretty cool. And of course we have our dear planet Earth. Earth is super duper cool, not just for being our planet. It moves in two different ways. It moves on its axis. Oh, let me move my model here. Like this. And that's what gives us our day and night cycle. So here I have my flashlight. Let's pretend this is the sun for a second. And so anywhere where the light from the flashlight is not touching is nighttime. That's pretty cool, isn't it? And so our day and night cycle is 24 hours. Depending on the planet you're on, it can be a little different, but for us it's 24 hours. Now the Earth moves another way. It moves around the sun, like this. And that one rotation is a whole year. It takes a year for us to go around the sun. Whoops. Now, you may notice that as the Earth is spinning, so is the moon. And sometimes the moon sits perfectly in between the sun and the Earth. And that is what makes a solar eclipse. Now let me turn my little lamp on. I don't know if you can see this, but you might be able to see a little shadow on our planet Earth. And that is our solar eclipse. So even though it's daytime, it still kind of looks like nighttime because the light from the sun gets blocked by the moon. Now, it doesn't block all of the light. So let's pretend this tennis ball is the moon and this flashlight is the sun again. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little bit of light peeking through around the ball. And the moon and the sun does something similar during the eclipse. That ring of light is called the solar corona. Solar, meaning it has to do with the sun, and corona means crown. And that is what we see during the eclipse. Speaking of the sun and the moon, did you know that our moon phases actually depend on the angle that the moon is sitting on? And that the light from the moon is actually not from the moon at all. It's the sun being reflected off of the moon's surface. Kind of cool, isn't it? Now, I know some of y'all are super excited for our upcoming total solar eclipse on April 8th, 2024. I know I am. But we have to make sure that we are being safe when we're observing the solar eclipse. One thing you can do is you can use something called solar eclipse glasses. These solar viewers have a special filter on them to keep our eyes safe. The sun is so bright that you can actually injure your eyes just by looking at it. That's why you should never ever look at the sun, unless you're wearing something like these glasses. If you're already a glasses wearer, like myself, you can put it over your glasses as well, like this. And that helps block out most of the light so you can see the sun. Now, usually, if you're looking at something up in the sky, up in space, you can use a telescope. But if you're using a telescope for this solar eclipse, you have to make sure that it has a solar filter. You can't just use your solar glasses because these glasses aren't strong enough to use with a telescope. Telescopes use mirrors to help us view things in the sky, and it can be a little too powerful for these filters. So make sure if you're using a telescope to use a solar filter with it. All right, friends, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm so excited for the eclipse, and happy Eclipse Day!